I'm gonna try to go in order of the more basic things towards some more complex things I've picked up in the almost 6 years I've been selling on Amazon, 5 of which were during Q4 holiday seasons. One of the easiest, best tips I can give you if you're selling on Amazon during November and December is to use merchant fulfilled over FBA. I'm not saying to use that for every order, but if you sell on Amazon and you use FBA, you know how long fulfillment centers take to process things, and it's only gotten worse over the years. One thing I learned quickly, my first real Q4 on Amazon was 2017, and what I was doing was I was going to stores, picking up Black Friday deals, mostly video games, and I was listing them merchant fulfilled, and then by the time I drove from one Target to the next, they were already sold. Versus if I'd bought that stuff on Black Friday, sent it to FBA, it would have taken a week or two to actually be in stock. Prices might have tanked by then. In Q4, I'm not trying to sit on inventory. I'm not really buying stuff to hold onto for later. There's a few exceptions to that, but for the most part, I'm trying to get the quickest return on investment possible. I love selling video games around this time of year, and there's always big sales during Black Friday. Target usually runs a buy two get one free sale. So definitely give merchant fulfilled a try. And here's a bonus tip with using merchant fulfilled. Set up expedited shipping. Set up where you can charge $8.99 and offer expedited shipping to customers, because let's say someone buys a video game from you, it weighs like 4 ounces. If you throw that in a padded flat rate envelope, it's gonna cost you about $9. If you offer the customers $8.99 expedited shipping, you'll probably make an extra $3 to $4 on orders. And you'd be surprised how many people actually choose that. There's one day in November last year where I did over $4,000 in revenue. It was about like 70 video games, and a ton of them had expedited shipping charges. So make sure you go into Seller Central and set that up. Next, another basic one, make sure you're stocked up on supplies. I've messed this up too many times. Luckily, I live like not too far from a Uline. So if I order stuff from Uline on Tuesday, I could get it Wednesday or Thursday. But if you run out of something like shipping labels, you're gonna be sitting there cutting out merchant fulfilled shipping labels. That is a pain. It doesn't look professional. It wastes a ton of time. Stock up now. I'll link some of my favorite tools and supplies in the description below. If you use USPS a lot, make sure you get those free boxes because those are gonna take a long time to get delivered. Next, I would say for the FBA sellers, don't hesitate to send smaller shipments out. Recently, I would rather get out a small box and a couple small boxes a week versus waiting for 4 days to bundle everything together for a couple reasons. One, I'd rather stuff get there as fast as possible. Waiting 4 days to bundle a bunch of stuff into one box, it will save you a few dollars on shipping, but if prices tank on your inventory or it just happens to take a really long time in fulfillment center transfer, those 4 days could cost you a lot of money. Also, recently, I've noticed Amazon has a habit of losing shipments. I sent a small box of 14 items. It was like $300 to $400 profit though. That shipment has been lost for 2 months and I still haven't gotten any like confirmation on where my stuff is, and I haven't been able to get my money back. So I'd rather lose a small box versus a large shipment. I've had it happen during Q4. I had a box that had thousands of dollars of video games get lost. They found it luckily after like a week or so, but a week is a long time when you're working in like, you've got November, December, and then within those, you've got like a few really good days. Sales will be high throughout those 2 months as long as you're stocking up the inventory that people are buying right now. Obviously, I'm not limiting my sourcing to just those things. It's the combination of doing the regular stuff plus some added like looking for toys and video games and stuff like that. That's what snowballs and creates a good 2 months of sales for me in my personal experience. Moving on to the next tip. This one isn't really like talked about at all, but whenever you open the Amazon seller app and you go to the like scan page, you'll see all these different tabs. Check out the movers and shakers and the new items tab. I want to say I've done thousands of dollars in revenue from scrolling through those pages and finding products that Amazon sold out of, and I could easily just run to Target and pick up. Here's an example. This wasn't really a Q4 item, but in Q4 of 2018, I was scrolling through one of those lists for the health and beauty category, and I saw that these Pedialyte sparkling drink packets were out of stock and there were no sellers on the listing. So I could pick these up at Target for about $25. They were actually on sale. I decided to throw them up for $60, and I think they ended up selling between $50 and $60. A couple sellers got on the listing, but that's one way I've taken my sales a step up in these Q4 months. The reason this works, especially in Q4, is because if something goes on sale like Target, let's say a video game goes down to $30, Amazon, if they're on the listing, is probably gonna match that price, and they're probably gonna sell out. So if they sell out, all that's left is third party, so you can go to Target, get them for 30 bucks, and probably sell them for retail on Amazon. Lastly, I want to leave off with don't gamble away your money on inventory you don't even know is profitable. It's one thing to speculate, look at Keepa charts and be like, this product will probably go out of stock or the price will probably, stay high. As good as Q4 2018 was for me when I did $30,000 of revenue in 1 month, the consequences of what I was doing in those 2 months affected me for years after. I bought a ton of inventory. I basically bought everything that I could find that was like on sale. A lot of stuff I thought Amazon was gonna go out of stock and they ended up not going out of stock. I'd already sent my inventory to the warehouses, so I couldn't get it back to me in time to go return it to where I bought it from. So basically I ended up purchasing a lot of inventory that did not sell profitably, and that could have easily been avoided if I'd just been pickier with my buying choices and not overextended myself, because I spent literally like every dollar I had. I know personally there will probably be more inventory than I can afford. I've already like spent a ton of the money I have, but it's also because I put a good chunk of it into inventory that isn't Q4 related. I just got a really good deal. So those are a few Q4 tips I've picked up along the years. That's gonna wrap it up for this video. If you guys are resellers and you're selling on Amazon this Q4, make sure to drop your sales goals and any tips I might have missed in the comments down below, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss my next video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.